Hello and welcome everybody to another wonderful round brought to you by the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. I am your host, Sagar Bakshi, aka The Real High, and we're racing around one of the most iconic circuits in recent days. It is the Jeddah Concourse circuit in Saudi Arabia, right along the Red Sea. Track length of 3.836 miles or 6.174 kilometers. Founded in 2021, located in Jeddah, as I said, 27 corners, 16 to the left, 11 to the right, the most corners of any track on the F1 calendar. We have 12% gradient at turn 13, and that's going to be the most significant elevation change that we're going to see here at the racetrack. Otherwise, it is basically flat, flat, flat. It is fast and furious. It's the fastest street course in Formula 1 with average speeds over 250 kilometers per hour or 155 miles per hour. This is definitely not Monaco. Drivers are flat out for nearly 80% of the lap, unheard of for any street track. Many of the corners are high-speed direction changes, not slow hairpins, so the rhythm really matters more than brute braking. Caution brought out in Sector 3, but it's the McLaren who leads the charge right now. 128.257, driving the Kick Sauber Manila Man in P2. 133.15 detains 135.24. It's Dumain 131. One gone with a 132. Two seconds back, there's a nice pack of cars in tow. Let's take a look at the race calendar and see what we have in store, as well as the championship standings, folks. For the Average Joe Season 1, we've been to Melbourne, we've been to Chequered, now we're at Jeddah, then we're headed to Miami, Imola, Barcelona, Montreal, Spielberg, Silverstone to round things out for the halfway point. Then it's Spa, Budapest, Zandvoort, Tejas, Mexico City, Sao Paulo, Las Vegas, Lusail, and then Yas Marina to finish things out. For the Constructors' Championship, it's Alpine in P1, Red Bull in P2, Haas in P3, the McLaren in P4, the Williams in 5th, Ferrari in 6th, tied with the Aston Martin, Kick Sauber in 8th, Mercedes in 9th, and the Racing Bulls in 10th. Reese BFR leads the Drivers' Championship with 61 points over Muffin Brand with 38. What It Do, Papa Green, Manila Man, McSpeed, Prevail, Captain Buns, Tegan, Rod and Outlaw, and Jake Cokes will round out your top 10. More cautions brought out in Sector 3 through the Jeddah high-speed circuit. Tegan finds time, only 0.8 off of McLaren's pace. Currently, that looks like it'll be a 129, almost on the nose for Tegan. We'll have a fight at the front, and we'll have a fight in the mid-pack. With Reese leading this championship, resting in P9 currently in pit row. Not using the early part of this qualifying session to get more practice under his belt apparently, or wanting to save tires potentially for the race stint. Heard a lot of the drivers in the race talk about the hard tire compound not really working for them. So it'll be interesting to see what tire compound the selection will be for the drivers tonight. Of course, on the soft compound for their qualifying run to see how things go underneath the floodlights here at Jeddah. Ooh, and that is a very slow spin for It's Dumain in the Racing Bull, and he's going to back up across the racing line and get back out again. Let's check out the Muffin Brands run. The Haas. Has a little bit of traffic in front of him. One of the McLarens running slower than not through the high speed. Twisty bit of 14, 15, 16. Before we get to the back, Snake because it's definitely not a straightaway. And Muffin Brand calls it in. That'll be it for pit lane for him. 8:24 left on the clock, though. Plenty of time to get out there and keep on running things. McSpeed carrying a little too much of it. And we'll rejoin the track, but we'll lose the lap. McSpeed good enough for 4th position right now. Let's check out One God as they're on an out lap. Let's go on board as they get ready to start their lap and see if we can find all the quirks of the Jedha Street Circuit. Coming to the hairpin, the final last corner there. Now crossing the start-finish line. Cautions in Sector 3 are now cleared. It looks like One God is clear to push. Goes all the way over to the inside line for corner number 1. Cuts back for corner number 2. And the kink of 3 crosses over fairly well. Now the hard left-hander of corner number 4 leads you into the runoff for turn number 5. And then spits you out and towards turn 6. Fast, fully, and furious is what I'm going to call this racetrack, because everything is just about momentum. It's not about hard braking into these zones. It's about carrying as much speed as you possibly can. And now we're going towards turn 13 now. A long loop that carries you onto the back snake, as it's definitely not straight. 14, 15, 16, 17 is just a quick plunge of the downshift pedals, and then we're back up on the accelerator. 80% of this track is full throttle, so you are just going as fast as you possibly can. One God carrying as much speed as he can through turn 22 and 23, sliding his way through 25, 26, and then the hairpin of turn number 27, the final corner at the Jedha Concourse. We'll lead into the start-finish straight. Let's see what One God can produce when he gets to the line, gets on throttle, deploys all as much energy as he possibly can, gets the battery nice and low. Cautions in Sector 2. One God still off the mark. 3.5 seconds. Is it true? It is true. One God unfortunately unable to find any more pace on that lap, but Reese does find pace and is now 0.2 slower than McLaren, driving the Kick Sauber. I was wondering where the leader of our Constructors' Championship was hiding his time, but apparently he is not hiding any longer. Moves through the ranks up and towards P2. The Alpine driver claims his spot on the throne. Tegan has to retort, though, was in pit lane. Cautions in Sector 1 and Sector 3. Reese not on a hot lap right now, and is the Kick Sauber going to come out? Or excuse me, the Williams driver going to come out? It looks like the Kick driver will come out, and that will be the McLaren coming in. And no, the Williams will not come out from Tegan. So that'll settle things for us here. Retirements from the session means that we're coming to a close. Cautions waved in Sector 3. 4 minutes left on the clock. McLaren leads. Reese BFR in P2. Tegan in P3. Muffin Brand in P4. Can Muffin Man produce anything? Not on that lap, not with that cut through turn 5. That'll surely invalidate the lap. Jake Cokes trying to advance. Carries a little bit more speed through Sector 1. Jake Cokes 3 seconds up in Sector 1. Not looking good for this lap, at least. Potentially can save some energy and get 2 more out of this if Jake Cokes plays his cards right. He only needs to gain around half a second to be in contention with Muffin Brand and be on that second row of the grid. Otherwise, he's battling backwards with McSpeed and Detains. Another cut there in Sector 3. That was at turn 22 and 23, I believe. Now coming out of the final corner, Jake Cokes will not put down a valid lap this time out, so we'll come to pit road and conclude their running. Manila Man, though, 2 seconds off the pace of McLaren. A lot of drivers in that window. Expect to see some good action-packed racing here in the backfield as well as the midfield, as well as the front. Reese BFR challenging McLaren this time out. 1:28.257 is that provisional pole time. And nobody has been able to retort since McLaren has set it. Drivers have come close, within 3/10, but not quite hitting the mark just yet. You got to have full faith and commitment in your vehicle when you're pushing. And now the gauntlet gets set even further. 1:27.9 from McLaren, driving the kick Salbert. 6/10 the gap from Reese BFR to McLaren. Reese in pit road will conclude the session there. Tegan on a run, 3/10 his gain. Needs to basically double that gain to get next to Reese. Session is concluded. Checkered flag is out. Can Tegan produce a better time than a 1:27 when he gets to the line? No, it won't be enough, but SD Buki does produce a time that is better. 3/10, almost 4/10 back, finds P2 just in the nick of time. Bumps back Reese into 4th place. Tegan drops back into 4th position. Muffin Brand now running 5th. Manila Man in 6th. Jake Cokes in 7th. McSpeed in 8th. Detains in 9th. It's Dumaine in 10th. One God running in 11th. Rotten Outlaw in 12th. Apple CM in 13th. And Papa Green in 14th. That will conclude the session for us, folks, as we get the final retirements from the session, and we will advance to the race heat, folks. Driver getting settled into the garage now. Time to stretch the legs, hop out of the rig, but it is the McLaren of McLaren driving the Kick Sauber in first place with a 127.930. SD Buki in second, Reese BFR in third, Tegan in fourth, Muffin Brand in fifth. Manila Man in sixth, Jay Cokes in seventh, McSpeed in eighth, Taines in ninth, It's Dumaine in 10th, One God, Rotten Outlaw, CM, and Papa Green will round out everybody participating tonight. Great to see a good grid of drivers. Can't wait to see the action-packed racing take place. Lots of good gaps all along the grid. Just waiting for the players to get gridded up, and we will be ready to go, folks. Stand by just a few moments as we get the drivers ready to rumble. And we are gridded up and ready to go, folks. The drivers getting their formation lap underway now. Looks like we did get a latecomer of Focal coming to join us. I wonder if he'll get to the grid actually or not. Let's see the tire compound that the drivers have selected as well. SD Buki and Jay Cokes both choosing to go onto the hard compound tires. Everybody else onto the mediums for the evening. We are running realistic settings, so drivers having to choose two different compounds for this evening. But interesting that SD Boogie decides to take the hard compound early on. Potentially running this stint longer than the rest of the field. We'll get the race strategy here in just a few moments' time. One God retires from the session. Advancement for Rotten Outlaw, Apple CM, and Papa Green, unfortunately. And a drop for Manila Man, Tegan. Are these correct? We're already getting drops from the event. We're ready to take the red lights. Here we go, folks. Green, 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 away we go. Looks like a good start for the leader of McLaren right now as he charges through the field a little further back. A little bit of mayhem and chaos, but the drivers are all getting through cleanly through turn one, and that is the most important thing at the Jedha circuit, but that's not clean as Manila Man turns into J Cokes, I believe. Tried to turn in, but there was a Williams driver in existence right there, so unable to settle that debate. The Williams goes forward actually and gets a move done on Reese BFR, who is dropping like a stone. And we mentioned that he is on that hard compound tire. No, excuse me, Reese is on the medium compound tire, and we do have a yellow flag and safety car called, if I'm not mistaken. Here are the race strategies on that medium. You can do a one-stop or a two-stop on the mediums. And the hards lead you into a single-stop strategy or reverse the start of the race. And we do have a change for the lead, as SD Buki now leads and McLaren is the one dropping back like a stone. I'm sure that'll get settled during the safety car. Was that a pit stop call for Reese BFR? I think it is. That is Reese taking advantage of the safety car period, getting a new change of mediums, even after one lap of running. Wants to get off, and that is a change of the front nose cone. There it is again, the race strategy. Maybe around lap 11, lap 13, the drivers will come off those mediums. And switch over to those hards, or the hards will switch over to the mediums around lap 13 as well. Let's see if we can talk to the Aston Martin wall very quickly. Checking in with the Aston Martin wall. Is SD Buki available? Nothing heard. Disconnecting. See if we can check in with the Haas wall. Checking in with the Haas pit wall. Is Muffin Brand available? Muffin Brand, check 1, 2. Nothing heard. Disconnecting there. Check in with the Alpines this time around. I see that there are people in there. Let's see if we can check in with the Alpine pit wall if they are available. Hello, gentlemen.
Yep.
Sir. How goes your race so far?
Pretty good, actually.
Front wing damage.
I was wondering why you came down pit road.
Yeah, we'll make it back, hopefully.
Well, you definitely have the pace out there, that's for sure. Both of you do.
Yep.
Now, strategy on the race restart going in towards turn 1. What do you have going through your mind right now?
Get through it. Get the space.
Just don't rear end anybody.
Copy that, boys. Thank you very much. I'll let you get to it.
All right, thank you.
Safety car in this lap. There's the safety car pulling in now. Field will be controlled by SD Buki. He wiggles and weaves his way to the DRS point, then gets on the loud pedal, breaks the slipstream from Tegan behind. Muffin Brand in P3, McLaren in P4, Jay Cokes in 5th, Papa Green in 6th, Snowman in 7th, McSpeed in 8th, One God in 9th, It's Dumaine in 10th. Now inverse that, It's Dumaine in 9th, and Reese BFR in 10th position. Let's look back here to Tegan as we charge forward on SD Buki's run of things, because he's on the hard compound tires. Does he have the heat he needs to get these tires fired up right now? I think those mediums are in a better operating window than the hard compound tire. Muffin Brand has to get the move done sooner rather than later to be successful here. All drivers on the attack right now. And just oddly enough, McLaren fell back on that safety car. Move to the inside line. Will it be successful here? Coming into the final corner, I think it will. Tegan, with those fired up mediums, gets the move done and dusted without the help of the drag reduction system. Before we got to the start-finish rate, left the Aston Martin in the dust by 0.8 of a second now. McLaren in the pack, in the hunt, trying to charge forward and get back the positions that they lost during that safety car period. Cautions brought out in Sector 3. Not seeing from whom, but we do have a safety car bunching up the field yet again. It's a little bit early for the pit stop window to be open. Don't expect a lot of drivers to dip in. Now the calm before the storm. We will get our third race restart of the night. Second time going to be rolling. I didn't get the notification that the safety car was going to be in this lap, so expect one more lap behind the safety car. That will lead us to lap 6. Before we get going again, at the very least. Of the 14 drivers, we've only lost one. That'll be detains. Everybody else still in this event so far. Waiting again for that race restart to take place. And another lap behind the safety car for Tegan to lead. SD Buki in tow with Muffin Brand running in third. There's your positions gained alongside the tower. Tegan with 3 gained on the evening. Papa Green with 8 positions gained. Absolutely phenomenal stuff there. And Tegan with 3. Muffin Brand with 2 gained. McLaren down 3. And Reese BFR down 6 after that front wing damage incurred on lap 1. Safety car period will end. As backhanded over to Tegan, who gets the jump on the run towards pit lane. Closing fast is SD Buki, who knew the wily ways of the race restart. Isn't going to settle for P2, but wants to win it on strategy as he has taken the hard tires. Knows he doesn't have to win it right now. SD Buki right where he wants to be on lap 7. Cautions in sector 1 hopefully do not bring out another safety car. Its domain has a 3-second penalty attached to their name. Not sure for what though. Beautiful sights here at the Jedha circuit from the helicopter camera. Directly adjacent and running on the Red Sea. Tegan pulls out a new fast lap, 1:33.001. Previously the holder of that fast lap anyways. Bob Green on that recovery drive has Jay Cokes ahead. Waiting to make his move, patient as always. Took forward very quickly at McLaren and Muffin Brand also. If you're one of these pilots, where do you think the best place to make an overtake would be? Rodden Outlaw gets past one god in the background. Maybe right here going into the final corner, the long way around the outside might work if you're able to carry enough speed and momentum. And it looks like McLaren does. He's able to clear Muffin Brand. Now McLaren has SD Buki in front on the hard compound tire, running a little bit slower, looks to the inside line, has the overspeed, but the overlap didn't exist, so now has to run single file and suck up the dirty air behind that Aston Martin. Now looks to the inside line. This will be enough speed and momentum through the fastest parts of the track to get ahead. Does so relatively smoothly. McLaren on a recharge. This is the battle for the lead right now as we approach the halfway point of the event. Drivers really having to decide which way they want to cut this event now in their pit stop strategies. Tire performance on the right hand side there, McLaren versus Muffin Brand. It looks like Muffin Brand has just slightly more tire left than McLaren. Both running the medium compounds. Now, cautions in Sector 2. Will this be another look to the inside? No. Content with sitting behind for now. 3/10 the gap between Tegan and McLaren. The Gulf liveried machine. Against the all-green kick Sauber machinery. Old heritage versus new. Tegan still leads with a caution through sector 1. Not seeing it cleared yet. It is cleared now. Tegan falls back. McLaren goes forward with the help of the drag reduction system. Coming in towards turn 1 and turn 2, the move was easily done and secured. Now the question is can the McLaren retort with its top speed? Excuse me, the Williams. Jay Coke's battle with Reese BFR. 5th and 6th place right now. Keeping an eye on the tower. This is the closest battle on track currently, as the pit window is open for the drivers from lap 12 to lap 15. They can decide to come in and get their change of boots before they go back out again. Now, where is the pit stop going to take place in this event? McLaren leads 1.4 seconds now. And Muffin Brand drops out of the event. And that'll promote a whole heap of people forward. And we do have yet another safety car called. This time it is a decent time for the drivers to get their rubbers on. Yes, Muffin Brand taking that DNF. Must have had a disconnect because I'm not seeing anything pop up on the screen here. Still a 3-second penalty for its domain. McLaren is actually pulling away from Tegan. The gap now 2.8 seconds. We knew McLaren was fast. We didn't think that he was going to be fast and consistent. Here is the Williams driver of J. Cokes coming out of pit lane. Cycle back in between Papa Green and Reese BFR. Beautiful stuff here by the Average Joes, but traffic giveth, traffic taketh away. Now we're packed up behind the safety car, and we're not going to have a reshuffle of the grid. I have a straight up dash to the end. This is Jay Coke sandwiched in between the Alpines of Reese and Papa Green. Safety car breeds safety cars, especially on a race restart at the Jedha circuit. Waiting for the safety car to go away. We'll go back to green flag racing here under the lights at Jeddah. Back up behind safety cars still. Now it's anybody's ball game to come up with the rest of the change in this equation in their favor. backed up behind the safety car. This is a very long safety car period, I must say. I feel like we've been behind it for almost 3 laps now. Still behind the safety car, but it's in this lap. We'll get the race restarted here shortly. Safety car in, and away we go down the front straightaway, folks. It's going to be a run for Jay Cokes down towards turn 1. He's looking towards the inside line, but no, it's going to be 3-wide situation going in towards turn 1, and it's going to be SD Buki losing out there at turn number 2, and Ballard's taken out there. McLaren inherits the lead of the race in front of Papa Green, Tegan, Jay Cokes, Reef Far, SD Buki, Manila Man. It's Jermaine McSpeed, Ron Outlaw, and then One God to round out the 11 participants who are currently running. Both McLarens right now running nose to tail. Potentially helping each other out a little bit. That would be nice. Brandon McSpeed drops like a stone, 9th place there. Looking forward at Tegan's run of things. 4/10 back from Papa Green. 5/10 back is going to be Jayco, but the Williams drivers should work together right now. No caution brought out in sector 1. One God, Rotten Outlaw going wheel to wheel. Side by side through the snake. Alpine thinks better of it, falls back. Tegan would very much like 2nd place, but doesn't need it right now. Knows that we still have halfway left to go in this race. Give it up too soon, could lose out. Everything you worked so hard for. McLaren leads by 7/10 of a second, 4/10 of a second now. And to Papa Green, who is on a big recovery drive right now. Safety car picks up the leader. Beautiful sights and sounds brought to you by F1 2025. When will the safety car come back through? Will it be this lap or will we get another? We're gonna get one more green flag lap. Bunched up behind the safety car yet again. Another race restart. Can McLaren save off the attack from Papa Green? collected race. 4 laps remaining in this event, folks. Drivers all keeping it on the black stuff, fast and flowy, but furious at the Jeddah street circuit. New fast lap pops in, 1:31.3 from McLaren. The guy is an animal right now. Charging through the grid, Manilman and McSpeed inverting positions. I believe that'd be a pit lane call for McSpeed. It is a pit lane call for McSpeed. Change of the front nose cone for the number 69, and they get back out and do it all over again. Jay Coke, so trying to find a podium. His teammate is right in front of him. Ooh, a little kiss of the wall there from Jay Cokes. For the gap to the leaders here. But we're looking at a gap that's 4/10 back. SD Buki trying to close things up with 2 to go. On board with Buki. Jake's for P2, P3. As there was a big incident. That is huge. That will surely bring out the safety car. There's Tegan involved in that one with Papa Green. Buki on charge, gets past Jacobs there. Now, can we get a 2-run special? Charging in the Papa Crane's rear end. Speed, new fast lap of the race, 1:31.5 from the McLaren team, or from the Kick Sauber team, I should say. Whoa, almost a big spin for SD Buki coming out of turn 13. It's very slow and gradually. He was able to catch it, but now Jay Cokes walks his way past. All the way down to P8 now. I see your comment, Torin. Estibuki and J Coke side by side, leading down and towards 1 and 2. Almost get involved with Reese BFR. This is the last lap of the event. This is going to be a drag to the end. McLaren will lead us by 5.5 seconds. 3 seconds back, J Cokes. And just a quarter of a second back will be Estibuki, Reese BFR in tow. Now, can Reese do anything to climb back up? I don't think so. The tires are cooked. The driver is using all the track that they have bought and paid for. Using as much of that track width as they possibly can to carry as much speed, but the Alpine goes super deep, runs into the Aston Martin. The Reese BFR team locked up and ran straight into the Aston Martin of Estibuki. They will conclude the race in the same positions, thankfully. It was all up to this man, McLaren, driving the Kick Sauber tonight. Absolutely insane drive. Didn't do it from start to finish. Worked his way from the back of the grid after a weird situation where he was sent back to P4. It will be P1 for this man right here at McLaren. And podium celebrations underway now. And everybody's favorite moment, the champagne. Driver of the day going to Papa Green. Most overtakes going to Papa Green as well. Cleanest driver, Manila Man. Fastest and race winner going to the McLaren driver of McLaren. Head into the Discord here in a moment. Wrap things up with you guys, and we'll do a quick interview. Let's head over to the intermission screen. We pop up Discord.
After the restart, he was gone.
Hi.
Gentlemen. Hello.
Well, my race was ruined lap 1.
Yeah, mine too.
Still got some points.
I think Dumaine, I don't know if he said it wasn't intentional, but he fucking blew out my rear right tire and I was slammed right into the wall.
Oh, yeah, he hit me too. It's all good.
I had Apple fucking block every time. I was faster than him the whole fucking start, and then every time I'd go to pass him, he'd move right. He just weaved and finally took me out.
Yeah, I was watching some of that. Oh,
What's that?
Tegan had a fucking horrible crash.
What's Tegan's? Yo, bro,
Huge crash.
I bombed out on the curb, and then he was ghosted the whole time. So because he was ghosted, I was like, yeah, I can rejoin clear. He was still ghosted. He went on the outside curb and just clapped up the inside wall.
Yeah, Tegan had the worst wreck of the whole race.
That
Yeah.
was bad.
I thought I was gonna get cooked.
Wait, where did I pass you two at?
Who are you talking
I don't
to?
You in Manila.
Fuck, I think I pitted and you got around me.
No, I don't know whose gamer tag. I have gamer tags turned off. I couldn't see
thought
whose tag it was.
I thought Manila was
Oh.
onto something when he put on the softs. It's only like 5
Yeah,
laps
Tegan.
left.
Well, I took his wing off on accident trying to get back on the track, I think.
Oh shit.
So then he had to pit under that safety car. I got to watch Dumaine spin out on his own, though, and take himself out. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, he said he lost it. He was in the VC when it happened.
I was coming around the corner right behind him. I think he was behind Manila, and he just spun and bam, right into the wall.
Oof.
Luckily, I had enough room to get between them. Didn't have to slow down.
Oh boy.
Oh, it's starting now.
It's kicking off. So we're
Hey,
kicking off at Bridge
tell me,
Club.
guys, tell me if I'm wrong. Was he not ghosted?
I don't know.
Tegan?
I was too
Yeah,
far in the back.
I didn't see the.
When I seen him, when I
result.
seen him wreck, when I passed him, he was ghosted. But I don't.
I saw the
He was
aftermath
ghosted.
of it.
I went through his car.
I think High's in here doing our cool down room style kind of debrief for the stream.
Trying. Catching up on all the drama that I missed out
McLaren had
on.
to go do another race, so that's why he left right away.
Ah,
That's what
okay.
he said.
Le Mans on iRacing.
Oh,
Egan's pissed.
Yeah, he came into
So is
YouTube
Apple,
chat.
it looks like.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, one god had to fucking dip before the race even started, so I lost my teammate within 10 seconds before the fucking lights went green.
Nice.
Man.
I
Look,
know,
He had
he's
to
Tegan
it's
go
part of your
bring stuff
group?
in or something.
Hi.
Not Tegan. Not
Look,
everybody's
is
on.
Tegan part of your group? Or is Tegan here?
He is.
What lap was it?
We're a beginner
I think
league,
it's
man.
something
He's
like
got to
that.
kind of chill out.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you too, man. I'm going to tell you right now, Buck. I think McLaren might be a little too advanced for this league.
Did you
That
get-
boy's fast.
yeah.
And
He's
no, but he
fast.
did good. It was pretty even. I'm not gonna lie though.
yeah.
He fell
the
back
front
to
runner.
P4
Yeah,
at the
It's not
start.
loaded yet. You still wait.
I screwed up myself because otherwise I probably would have been up there with him. But I was
I seen you back here
Made a
with me
couple of
couple
mistakes.
times. I seen
Yeah.
you come back here a few times.
just fucking almost went to the wall, just caught the car, and he just carry on, and then muffle went out. And I was like, okay, carry on, and then I fucking forgot my brake bias at the restart, and almost took Tegan and McLaren out.
Papa Green, I can't just break it 160.
Tell me
you
how.
can't break at 160. I'm gonna go
tell
straight into him either way.
Tell me how I get fucking damaged during a safety car because Dumaine wrecked and his wings in the middle of the fucking track and I can't get around it.
No.
Oh, is that how you had that tire blowout?
I had a tire blowout and then I got lapped and then I did my damnedest to try to get around people, but I just couldn't. I didn't have the pace, and then my softs got too low there, like lap 22, and I hit a little bit of that paint and it just shot me.
Where's he gonna send it to?
He's probably going to send it. He probably will send it to incident. He should. He better not put it in general.
If he puts it in general, it's fine. You see, he's ghosted. Or I was ghosted, one or the other.
Yep. It probably won't show him
Hey,
ghosted on
if
his
you watch
though.
it, he spins out on the outside curb. It's nothing to do with me.
All right, boys, I'm going to wrap things up. Any closing remarks from today's race?
Personally,
Yeah, while we're on
from
commentary.
last to second
Can we
is
change
pretty
it?
good.
Can we change it from average Joes to like angry motherfuckers?
Thanks, Hi.
Oh damn!
Thanks,
so that
guys.
means
Appreciate it.
Denver's
I'll be right back.
quarterback moving forward.
Folks, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you very much for staying tuned. It's been a pleasure to be your host. As always, I'm Sagar Bakshi, aka The Real High, and we're the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Come check us out. Come join us on Discord. Join us on RaceNet for this wonderful league every Saturday at 4:30 Pacific Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time is when the session goes live. Everybody's welcome to join. Just come check out the Average Joes and make sure you message the admins. Make sure you're not too advanced for this league. We are a beginners league, checking things out, testing the waters. So make sure you're willing to learn and coach others. That's the most important thing, and making it to the checkered flag. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to be your host. As always, I'm Sagar Bakshi, aka The Real High, but most importantly, as always, make sure you stay safe out there tonight. Bye-bye, folks. Take care.
Trust, yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on